Welcome to NASA's Michoud Assembly Facility. Here at Michoud, we are committed to an accident and injury-free environment. Please take a few minutes to review these safety guidelines to ensure that your visit is safe and productive. NASA's Michoud Assembly Facility is United States government property. Visitors are expected to respect and obey all rules and regulations that govern the operation of the facility. Before entering the main gates, all visitors must report for badging. NASA and NASA contractor visitors should present themselves to the main desk in Building 101 lobby. Guest parking for the Building 101 lobby is located in the horseshoe directly off of Old Gentilly Road near the historic chimneys. Be sure to present your photo ID to security personnel who will then ask you to sign in and issue your badge. Because Michoud has many manufacturing areas, your point of contact may have contacted you prior to your visit to confirm what types of personal protective equipment, PPE, you will be required to wear while on the facility. Please discuss any PPE concerns you have with your POC. When you are ready to enter the facility, you should note there are multiple entrances onto the Michoud site. There are two general entrance gates. Gate 7, the main entrance for all tenants, and Gate 5, nearest to the Coast Guard Exchange. Gate 12 is for deliveries, oversized and hazardous loads only. Proceed to the entrance of the facility with your photo ID and issued badge. Stop at the checkpoint where the officer will examine your credentials and allow entrance to the facility. Both of these documents must be held on your person at all times while on site. Driving on site at Michoud is a privilege. There is an expectation you will follow all state and local laws. All vehicles are subject to complete search. Obey all traffic signs, including stop signs, yield signs, speed limits, and other posted road information. Please park vehicles in proper location or lots and those designated for the type of vehicle you are driving. Be aware of fire lanes and other marked no parking areas. Do not talk, text, or otherwise use any communication devices while driving unless you are answering with a hands-free system. Pedestrians always have the right of way on roadways. When you see a pedestrian attempting to cross the road, stop and wait for them to completely leave the road before proceeding. Bicycles and scooters are common modes of transportation at Michoud, and you may encounter them while driving. While they are required to ride with the flow of traffic and obey the same rules as vehicles, please be aware of their presence. As you enter Michoud from Gate 7, to your left is the main manufacturing block for NASA. Buildings 101, 102, and the main manufacturing building 103 are in this zone, which requires specific badge access. If you have been cleared to enter this area, your badge will allow you access through turnstiles or gates. Building 320, located at the corner of Venus Drive and Saturn Boulevard, is the NASA Facility Administration Offices, the Fitness Center, and home of the Michoud Medical Center. As you continue down to Saturn Boulevard, the blue building in front of you is Building 420. Michoud maintains a strong commitment to the environment. Our industrial wastewater treatment facility is one way we process site waste responsibly. While on site, be sure to dispose of all litter properly. Many areas have recycling bins for multiple types of waste. Please follow a clean as you work policy so that waste does not accumulate into a safety hazard. Chemical waste must be disposed of in accordance with the state and local regulations. If you have any questions regarding proper disposal of chemical waste on site, please contact the Michoud Environmental Department at 504-257-0413. You must report any chemical spills to 504-257-LEAK-5325. There are areas at Michoud built from the materials that contain asbestos. These areas have been identified and will not harm you as long as you do not disturb them. Michoud's Environmental Department can answer your questions regarding these areas. Michoud is home for some of the South Louisiana's varied wildlife species. While some are more welcome than others, please don't do anything to disturb or feed the wildlife. If you're going to be working outside for any amount of time, be aware of the current weather conditions and have a plan if the weather turns inclement. NASA's regulations state that outside work must cease and employees must seek shelter if lightning is detected within a 10-mile radius of the facility. If you are contracted to make deliveries to MAF, you will be using Gate 12, on the east side of the facility. When you arrive at Gate 12, park on the side of the road outside of the gate and enter the guard shack. The officer will ask you a few questions about your destination and your cargo. They will log your information and you'll sign the sheet. You'll be issued a temporary badge that will allow you access to the specific delivery area. The number on the bottom of your badge corresponds with a bin of drawers on the front of the officer's desk. Place your driver's license in the matching bin and you can now enter the facility. The south side of Building 103 has been reserved for shipping and receiving activities. To access the loading dock, enter at Gate 12, travel down Saturn Boulevard to Uranus Avenue. Delivery drivers will need to swipe your badge at the card reader to gain access to the area. Once deliveries are complete, all vehicles should continue eastward on Uranus Avenue and exit at the next badge access gate. Stop once again at Gate 12 and enter the guard station. The officers will mark your exit time and you can retrieve your driver's license from the bin. Always be aware of your surroundings. Watch for uneven surfaces while walking and hold on to the handrails while using stairs. Smoking is only allowed in designated areas. Please dispose of cigarette butts in designated receptacles. All visitors entering Michoud's manufacturing facility, Building 103, are required to wear closed-toe shoes with heels less than 2 inches in height. Cones and barricades may be in place to mark hazardous areas. Please pay attention to these and do not cross the barriers without permission. While traveling in Building 103, be aware of bikes and scooters. Pay special attention while walking in the traffic lane. If you are driving a scooter or other motorized vehicle, be sure to keep headlights on at all times. Always be aware of exit signs, escape route information, and emergency gathering locations. This could be crucial in the event of an emergency. Finally, visitors as well as our workers are expected to adhere to all OSHA, NASA, and Michoud Marshall Space Flight Center policies and procedures. If you see a dangerous situation or need safety support, please call the Safety Department at 504-257-0723, 7-OSAF. To report an emergency at any time, dial 911 from an on-site phone or 257-2333 from a cell phone. At the conclusion of this video, you will be issued a quick card. This card is to be carried with you at all times on site and is good for 1 year. Emergency and other important phone numbers are located on your quick card for reference. Thank you for your visit to Michoud. We care about your safety and work collectively to maintain an accident and injury-free environment both on and off site. Remember, safety starts and ends with you.